I'm pretty sure just not that long ago, you said, "Oh, this fireman with the stick in the sand, wasn't he part of one of these ancient civilizations?" That's what I mean. This shit is so weird and inconsistent. It really is. Because we all see every single day you go outside, Earth is flat. You don't see nothing, no curvature ever. You never see no curvature. It don't matter where you go. You go to the beach, that bitch is so flat. If you go to those places like the salt flat and it's a little wet, you see the mirror reflect on the ground. Big flat mirror reflection. No curve. No fucking curve. Horizon, it looks like a mirror on the ground. I've seen pictures of it. I haven't been to the salt flats and I've seen pictures of it. As far as the eye can see, flat. And you see the mirror reflection of the sky. You know what I'm saying? There's no proof that you can personally show us right now proving Earth is a globe. You have nothing. All you have to give us is NASA. And we could debunk NASA. Just just comparing NASA documents to the Bible, we could debunk that shit. Yep. So I don't know what you're gonna do, Peter. It looks like you're losing this battle.
That's it. Pack it up. He looked at the water. It's all over. Oh my God, we've just lost.
You've been lost. Come on now.
Water lays flat, doesn't it?
When have you seen curved water?
Phantom. I live in Australia. Trust me, there's something about the southern hemisphere which will kill you every single
living in
time. But
Australia
if
makes
you
me
want to
not.
look at the
You
water
living
all
in
day long,
Australia,
that's fine.
you living in Australia makes me
Yeah.
wanna listen to your opinion. Australians are some of the most indoctrinated. They took the most. They literally do anything
Indoctrinated.
need to the government and do
Can you
anything the
shut the
government
fuck up?
says. No, you shut the
Don't call
fuck
me
up.
indoctrinated
Hey,
because I'm Australian.
hey, we
Look,
don't
see,
need
Don't call me
discussion. Come on.
indoctrinated because I'm
you see how
Australian.
much
That's
that shit hurts? You
bullshit.
see how much the truth
Yeah,
hurts?
well, we
I would never fucking trust your opinion because all you Australians say the same shit while you're taking mad vaccines and your government. Your
I
opinion
ain't
means
gonna trust
fucking
minus
your
nothing
opinion
to
Billy
me.
either,
Big.
mate. All you've done is looked at the water. Good
Your
on you.
fucking opinion means
Congratulations. I looked at the
zero.
water too down the beach. It's great.
What's your
You
name
live
again?
in Australia, living
Swahala?
in a flat
Wait
ass
a minute.
Australian world,
Wait a minute, guys.
saying that you live in the fucking globe. You're retarded. You want me to fucking take your word
Swa-
for it, right?
What's your name again? Swahala, I think it
I
was,
don't,
or something like that.
Phantom. I don't give a shit about your opinion. If all you've got is looking at the water and you think that's flat, then just continue on your delusion. That's fine. Just continue. It's all good.
There's so
No, it's
many
not
Go
examples.
read.
but water does lay flat, man. You saying that water doesn't lay flat? I mean, if you can get some water to stick to a spinning ball in a vacuum, maybe you could change my mind.
Dude, water conforms to its environment. That's what it is. It's not what you say. It just conforms to its environment.
No, it
It
conforms
seeks
to its
its
basin. It
it
conforms
seeks
to
its
its
level
basin.
and lies flat.
To its basin. It conforms to its basin.
Yeah, to its container. Finds its level and gets it. You know.
Can you guys hear me?
What's up, Reese?
Nope.
What was your name? Swahala or something like that, I think I remember correctly.
Swahalo.
Go. All right.
Swallow.
Go read Billy Ziggs. He's from Australia. Go read his stuff. Don't laugh at me.
That guy is a fucking retard. I don't think so.
Well, we think
Well-
you're a fucking retard. How about that?
Yeah, he lives in my town and he is fucking clueless.
So you think everybody's clueless? So
Yeah, including you, Brian.
Yeah, well, that's evident. We've already gone over this, but
I'm surprised you guys are still here after TFE. Flat Earth died. Flat Earth died. Why are you still here?
Are you drunk or something?
Why
man?
haven't you gone back to your building site and just started making
Why are
houses?
you
What are you
still
doing?
here?
What are you doing,
TFE
Swallow?
killed Flat Earth.
Dude, what are you doing? If you want to have some sort of conversation, we can talk about some stuff. But if you're just going to come in here and just ramrod all your bullshit, what are you doing here, man? What do you got?
Yeah, I did
You
actually
got-
come in to talk, but what
do you
Phantom
want
was
to talk
saying was so lazy. I'll tell you what,
What
it's
do you want to
pathetically
talk
lazy.
about? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to say hello to Peter for starters.
Yeah, Peter doesn't like you.
Yes, he fucking does.
No, he doesn't. He
He
told me.
Yeah, we
loves me.
definitely.
I love the man.
That
he's
I
lying.
can't, Carmine. I can't see the rest of the name. He was saying, how do you see Venus at night? Can I address that?
Go ahead.
Okay. So if you're on the edge of a globe, right? Technically, you'll be able to see some form of night for about, let's say, I'm just going to pluck my number out of my ass, right? About 350 degrees of the 360 degrees, of the actual cycle around the Earth. So the sun is in one spot. If you can tilt yourself like just 5 degrees away from the sun, technically you're actually in sort of twilight. And so you should be able to see some element of the night sky. So what I'm trying to say is that roughly 10% of the night sky is impossible to see for any person at a particular time of the year. Sorry, 10 degrees of the night sky would be impossible for someone to see because the sun's in the way. Now, Venus does have a pretty modest sort of orbit. It's like, let's say roughly half of the distance away from the sun. So you can see it out 45 degrees to the right, and you can see it out 45 degrees to the left at sunset or sunrise. That's
there?
it. Yeah, I finished.
Are you there, Carmen? I don't know anything about your fucking star bullshit and that Venus bullshit, so I don't know.
Well,
Why is
obviously the sun is
tell me,
something that's
no,
really bright.
wait
You
a
can't
minute.
see the stars behind it.
Why
but-
is the North Star in the same place every day? Every day. It never fucking maneuvers. Why?
Well, do you know what declination the North Star is?
I don't care. All the fucking stars are in the same
Well,
damn
no,
place. How come
I'll
there's
ask
no
you a simple
fucking
question. Do you know what
no,
declination the North Star is?
How far why is there no stars in any of the fucking videos from NASA? Why? You can't explain it.
That's photography.
So here's the deal on that, Swallow. She asked you why is the North Star in the same place all the time? You asked her about what? Some declination.
Yeah, the declination. The declination of Polaris is 89 degrees 15 minutes.
Nice. That's spectacular. But the thing
Yes.
is that we're supposed to be orbiting and spinning and chasing the sun while the whole solar system goes around the Milky Way. And we see those that star there we see all the same constellations over and over throughout history.
Okay, can I take over, Brian? So the Polaris is at 89 degrees 15, right? Which means if you actually got the camera out and you recorded it, you'll see it wiggle in the tightest little circle possible, right? So it's not at the exact top, right? It wiggles a little circle.
You're missing the point there. All the stars, all the constellations, they go around in a circle. So yeah, Polaris goes around.
Have you ever seen that?
And
Have you ever seen that meme?
Swallow. Why are you interrupting me, man?
Sorry.
You're interrupting me. You're still doing it. But anyway, yeah, Polaris goes around in a little tiny orbit there. It wiggles a little bit, whatever it's doing right there. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not stuck. It's not static. All right, we get that. But the problem is that we have that star staying in that particular area forever. All right, it stays in that little whatever it is forever. And other stars that we can actually, use to, navigate throughout history stay there forever. And we can do it, and we can even get we can all be Aries and Pisces and Taurus, and we all have we have birth signs and stuff, and we do this for. It isn't like we're ever not going to have these things, because we're never not going to see these stars. They're always going to be there, because on day 4 God put the stars in the firmament, and then he created the sun to govern the light or the day. Then he made the moon there to govern the night and the stars. And he put them all in the firmament. All right, and that's why we keep on seeing the same stars. They govern our seasons and such. They do our days, and they do our years. All right, and they do our
Yet
months.
I can't see Polaris.
All right, what?
Yet I can't see Polaris.
You can't see Polaris because you're far
No.
away. All right.
Yeah, I'm in the southern hemisphere. I'm looking south. I can't see Polaris.
Good for you, man.
It's fucking. Oh my god! Maybe you should take that on board.
Who put those stars there? And if we were spinning
if
at
I
the
know.
rate of, and if we were spinning at the rate of speed that
It's
they
swallowed.
say
Hold
we
on
are
real
spinning
quick.
at,
Risa,
wait a minute,
Risa,
where
Risa,
the,
real
all
quick.
right, go ahead.
Risa. If you live in Australia and I live in America, do you think that we should see the same things?
Not entirely. No.
Exactly, right? No matter if we're on a globe, which we shouldn't at all because you're on the opposite side of me, but even on a flat plane, we would if we were look seeing the same stars up there. I'm here and you're like I don't know what 10,000 miles away from me and we look up, we're not going to see the same stuff, are we?
No, of course not.
Of course not. And we don't because that's the way we are. You know, I'm going to see stars in the specific areas that you're not going to see because we're not next to each other.
If you were on a
Oh,
flat Earth, I'd be able to see the same stars as you.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be
Yes.
further away. All the
Yes.
stars are up
Don't
there.
deny reality.
All the stars are on a flat plane, bro.
Don't deny
They're all
reality.
above us, and where we're on here is going to be our perspective, what we can see of the stars.
I would,
Yeah.
if we were on a flat Earth, I would be able to see the exact same stars as
No.
you.
You could if you
No,
came
you
over to
wouldn't.
Arizona. Yeah, if
It'd
you
be
came
a
there,
Yes, I
tremendously
would.
different angles.
you,
The ones
you
that
don't.
we
You just
can see
agreed to
Yes,
it.
together.
I would. I'd be able to see the same stars as you.
No,
So,
you
so
would
answer,
not.
wait a minute. So answer me this. So do you see the moon and the sun the same time as us?
Well, apart from time zones, I can see the
So
moon and the sun just like what you can. Because
do,
look, it's
do you
daytime here, it's
see
probably
the
nighttime
sun
there.
and
So
the
no,
moon?
different.
I've seen the moon at 6 a.m. while you guys see it at 11 p.m. And I'm in
Yeah, that's
Arizona.
a time zone thing. But that's
You're
only
in
time
Australia.
zone.
Time zones are
No, we're not in the
bullshit.
same time. You're on the opposite side of a ball, man. We shouldn't see the same moon.
Why
At the
not?
same,
If something's far enough away, you should be able to see it.
it's not
But
far
the
enough
thing I
away.
was going to say before, right? You know that meme where the guy is holding a little toy cow and it says
238,000
those
miles
cows
away.
are far away, but this cow is really,
You
really small.
can't see it, dude. It's not far enough away. If you want to claim that, you can probably claim that with your sun because it's 93 million miles away, but your moon's only 238,000 miles away. It's not far enough away.
I did a triangulation of where the moon is with
You can
myself,
triangulate all
with
you
my own
want.
data.
It can't be done. I've looked on Google Maps. It can't be done. Even when they went up there with this latest one with Katy Perry, they said they saw the moon. Nope, that got blown out of the way because that should have been
No, it didn't.
over Australia.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. I hate to
Look,
break the news to you,
I don't know
man.
how
All
many
you
bongs
bust,
you've smoked
bro.
today, but I mean, just keep
You can
smoking
say
them.
nuh-uh all you want, bro, because that's all you
You
got.
can see that
You can say
the
nuh-uh
moon only
all
set
you
like
want.
15 minutes
The
before they
fact of the
lift
matter
it off.
is you already agreed to the terms, man. You said if it was over the flat plane, I'm in here and you're over here, we would look up and not see the same thing. But then you say we'd see the same stars. We would not. You don't even understand what you're saying, bro. You already agreed to my example, and then you said nuh-uh when I
They
pointed out
elevated to
you
a
agreed
new
to it.
height, a new observer height.
Oh my goodness,
The Blue
dude.
Origin lifted to a new observer height where they saw something which the moon had
Dude.
set 15 minutes prior to their
Dude,
liftoff.
You
Come on.
shouldn't have been able to see the moon, dude. You guys got
Why
crushed.
not? The moon's ages away.
Moon's ages away. The moon's 238,000 miles away, bro.
Well, there you go.
Question.
See? Thank you.
Allegedly.
Thank you for proving the globe. Thank you.
Oh, thank you
Someone
for
answer this
proving the
question?
globe
You
because I
just
know
claimed
what
the distance.
because I know what your globe numbers are. Oh no, I proved the globe. Oh no, Brian knows what he's talking about when he's talking about my religion. It must be true. Oh no, he knows what he's talking about. It must be true because I know your religion doesn't make it true.
You're going to wake up in 10 years and you're still going to think it's flat Earth, and you're going to actually have wasted 10 years of your life.
No, I wasted 53 years of my life thinking it was a ball that was fucking floating through an infinite vacuum, which is impossible. That's what I wasted.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
I know it's not. It's stationary.
Peter, you join us. This is fun.
So
I'm
let
having
me
a lot
ask
of
you a
fun.
question. Do you believe?
It's like we're talking to crazy people. It's hilarious.
Are you an atheist or you believe in God?
I'm an atheist, mate.
So you're an atheist. So
Yeah.
you know atheists are fundamentally retarded, right?
No,
They
fuck God.
You might want to look into it. It's a study, bro. I'm not even lying.
I don't give
You
two shits.
should look into
I
it.
just don't. I just
I'm
don't
not even
believe
kidding,
that there was some sort of God that
This isn't
created
even
you.
me saying it, bro. This is a study that's been done. Atheists are fundamentally
I used
retarded.
to be. I used to be a Christian. I used to, and I got
So,
out. I was so happy
so
to get out.
what
Well,
changed you? I've
you
felt
went from
God.
believing in a creator to believing in nothing.
Was it Neil deGrasse
No,
Tyson that did it,
it was
Swallow?
that was my mum trying to
That's a
tell me
move in
God
the
God
wrong
existed.
direction, bro. You know that, right?
No,
You
my
look
mum tried to tell me
absolute
God existed. I
retardation.
never believed her.
So you should really look into it, man. Atheists are fundamentally retarded.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Most retards don't believe they're retarded.
But flat earthers are
Most
fundamentally
retarded
retarded.
people don't realize they're retarded. So I see where you.
Well, that goes for you too.
No, actually, I believe in a creator, so I'm not fundamentally retarded. You think nothing created.
Yeah, but you're a flat earther, which means you're fundamentally retarded.
You think nothing created stuff, and then you also think that you're on a spinning ball that you can't prove.
I don't claim anything
You don't.
created
I
anything
try
at
to
all. So
tell you.
you
I
can't.
try to
What do
tell
you mean
you
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 don't
can't
believe in
trust
it?
no Australians' opinions. They're fucking retarded. I try to tell you that, Brian.
Fuck off, Phantom.
He's an atheist, bro.
Jesus Christ. Go back to looking at your water,
Trust an
mate.
So
atheist,
what
man.
created us?
Go back to looking at your water, Phantom. You're hilarious.
What
Go back to your
created us?
nothing. Go back to believing in nothing dud stuff. Show me anything that were nothing.
Dud stuff. I'm holding a phone. I believe in a phone. The phone exists in my hand.
And who created? Did it just poof there? Or did somebody create it?
No, a couple of Koreans made it.
See, created. Everything has a creator, including you. You didn't just poof here, right? Your parents had to create you, correct?
That's right. They had sex.
Yeah, and then you were created.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
can you show me?
And so did your parents. Your parents
Show
phoned
me
real hard to
anything
have
that came
you.
from nothing.
Look, I don't claim to know how anything became here. So I'm not gonna. You can't push me back on that.
You said you're an atheist, bro. You see, that's nothing.
Yeah, but I don't claim to know where everything fucking came from. I don't give two shits.
You should learn your religion of atheism.
Exactly.
It's not a religion.
You didn't know your
It is
atheism is
too
not
a
a religion.
religion.
So you didn't know your religion when you were a Christian. And you don't know it when you're an atheist.
But it's not a religion.
But it is.
Define a religion.
Define a religion. It's stuff that you believe for no reason.
Okay. So I can allocate flat Earth into that then.
No, you can't.
So let's.
Well, it says here religion is a belief or worship in a superhuman power.
Earth is flat. We believe the Earth is flat. We believe it's stationary, and we believe the gas needs containment, and we can prove all of those.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
My gas needs containment to
I've
get
never
into
seen
my
you actually doing
house.
experiments. All you ever do is talk.
Gas needs containment to get into my house. It sits in a propane tank. Otherwise, it would just go in the air. I've seen and smelt the gas in the air when it was let out of my tank. It needs a container.
Yeah. And
so you're agreeing with me that gas needs a container?
No, you gotta understand where the gas wants to be.
You're smoking crack, just like my HOA.
Well, gravity pulls plenty of gases down to the surface.
What is gravity?
What is gravity? It is an unknown force which is pulling everything down to the center of the Earth.
What is pulling everything down? Where's your gravity at? Name one.
It's just an unknown force.
How do birds fly?
I'll make it easier for you, Swallow. I'll make it easier for you, Swallow.
How about this?
Hey, Swallow.
Can you tell me how the brain can actually register?
Swallow. I know you have a hard time with it. I'll make it easier for you. Name one scientist that can tell us what gravity is.
Nobody can. Not even you can.
Then why are you invoking something you can't fucking even talk about? You're saying it's gravity.
Well,
you can't even tell me what
I
gravity
can drop a tennis ball and it falls every time.
Are you on Einsteinian gravity? Are you on Newtonian gravity? Because Newton did.
I'm on Swirling gravity.
His theory of gravity, by the way.
I'm on Swirling gravity.
You're on Swirling. Oh well, you're an atheist, so you might as well go with something fucking stupid.
Yes, that's right, Brian.
So
anyway, I'm on Swirling gravity. Do you have any explanation for why you're not floating? Because I mean, as far as I can tell, you're just floating around the sky right now. Are you floating?
No one. What do you mean floating?
Are you floating in the sky right now?
We're
yes or
talking
no?
about If you want to talk
Are
about
you
gravity,
standing on the
then
ground?
I
again,
think
why are
he's
you
trying to
why are
say
you doing
that
this
if
to
he
Swallow?
drops a
What are you
fucking
doing?
tennis
Well, because
ball, that means
you're always cutting me off with your bullshit too.
No, that's all you've been doing this whole time.
And I'm loving it, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, that's
Peter, I
You're
hope you're
fucking
laughing.
hilarious.
No, dude, you're ridiculous. You want to sit there and ask a question, let somebody answer the fucking question. You sit there and then you want to just ramrod. So anyway, if you want to talk about your gravity because you didn't want to talk about the curvature of the earth, which is non-existent, the motion of the earth, which is non-existent, and your magical fucking pressure that is somehow well, I guess you can talk about your gravity there. Tell us how that's happening. Tell us how you have a pressurized system adjacent to a vacuum via your gravity. Go ahead.
Well, for starters, you guys get vacuum.
That was Elon. I didn't mute you.
so. If I'm getting him right, he just said that he can drop a tennis ball and it'll fall to the ground. Therefore, this unknown force is pulling air to the ground. Is that basically your argument for gravity?
Well, yeah, everything falls to the ground. Obviously, I don't know why I keep getting muted. I'm constantly muted in this channel. It's very welcoming.
Well, nobody's muting. I mean, Brian
No,
did.
sorry, nobody's
Brian
muting.
did a while ago, but nobody's muting since he let off of it.
I've been muted about 6 times
No,
today.
you
So
haven't. Stop it.
yes, I have.
You've been rude.
Yes, I have.
First of all, you've been kind of rude. So stop being. Don't act like you haven't been.
Dude, I'm loving this because I know that you're still retarded because you're still a flat earther after TFA.
No, what's retarded is when somebody tells me that a moon that is zenith to fucking Australia, that gives you a location where it is zenith to, right? A ground position. And if somebody is on the other side of that ball, I don't care how high they go, the earth is directly in between them on that line.
Arizona or
matter
Texas?
If the moon was 5 million miles out, if the earth is directly between you and the moon, you should not see it.
Did you do the 3D modeling at all?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, have you done 3D modeling
Go ahead
yet?
and do it. Go ahead and put the moon zenith to Australia.
I will do it.
And then show us how you
I
can
will
see
do
it
it. I'll go and do
from
some
Arizona.
3D modeling and I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, good. I want to see that.
I'm not going to do it today, but I will do it.
Okay.
No, why don't you do it now? Do it now.
Cool.
Do it now, man.
Why
Come
did
back
you
when you're
ask
done.
if you asked him if he did it like you had done it, like it's a done thing and stuff?
Yeah, but
you haven't.
Well, because if you're so curious about it, you should actually try to go out there and model. I'm not interested in it, so I haven't done it yet.
What you need to
provide
prove,
the model
Swallow.
for false allegation. You got to provide the model. You don't put the onus on us. What kind of mind trick is that? What are you Aussie fuck?
You asked the question, sorry. So you asked the question, so you can't put the onus on me.
No, you have the onus.
You told us to make a model. You told us to make a
have
3D model.
What do we?
You already got
Yeah,
one.
if you want to, if you want to go out there and find out for yourself, you do your own model.
We're calling your bluff. Provide the model or shut up. Provide it. You get it or shut up.
Well, if you ask me to do the model, you got to trust that I've done it right. When you can do the model and you can trust that you've done it right.
You haven't done anything.
Well, you only just asked the question a minute ago.
Swallow. That's the point.
You've asked the question a minute ago.
We have done the work. You've done nothing. You've looked into nothing. All you do are making claims that you can't substantiate.
I just literally said that the moon set like 10, 15 minutes or something before they lifted off. I mean, that's good enough for me. But I can do the modeling.
These aren't the droids.
But if you're so curious about why it doesn't work, do the modeling.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. And like you would trust anything we would model anyway, Swallow, like the same thing. You could do it and prove it to yourself. Like you're going to trust anything we do. You don't believe anything we say or do anyway. Why would you trust if we did the model for you? You do it. You ask Ken like you've done it like 1,000 times. Like it's all like, oh, we do 3D modeling all the time. I just do it when I wake up in the morning. You ask him like, well, you don't do it. You've never done it.
Well, that's true. That's true, Brian. But if Ken did do a model, I would have a look at it and give it a shot.
No, you would look at it and all you would do is the same thing you're doing right now.
Of course I would.
The only thing you would do is what you're doing right now.
No, I would look at
You
it.
would look at
Okay,
it
and
and
if you
do
made a model,
exactly
I
what
would
you're
look at it.
doing right now, because you
I
don't
would
do
look at it.
any work. You won't do the work. You won't do
All
any
fucking
work.
shit. If you see my channel, I've done fucking
You
heaps of
haven't done
triangulations.
diddly
Fuck off.
squat, man. You haven't even done
I have
3D
done
modeling that you
fuckloads of
invoke.
triangulations,
You
Brian, so
invoke
fuck
this
off.
3D modeling, bro, and you haven't even done it.
I haven't done this particular one, but I've done
This
plenty
is
of
the only thing,
triangulations
man. This
before.
is about your freaking globe life,
You
man.
asked me 2 minutes ago.
You're the one
I
that
hope
brought
everyone's
it up.
enjoying this. It's a good laugh. I'm laughing my head off. It's
What are you
fucking
laughing
hilarious.
at? That you haven't been able to substantiate
I'm laughing at
anything?
you guys just fucking
You
coping
haven't
so
done
hard.
anything. You understand that? You haven't done anything.
On the Blue Origin video.
All right,
That-
real quick.
No, of course I haven't done
On that
anything on the
Blue
Blue
Origin
Origin video.
where when they came down, the ladies inside, if you want to call them that, opened up the door before they were supposed to and then closed it and then watched Jeff Bezos go open it with a special tool that needs to be opened because the door can only open from the outside. Is that what
So
you're
what
talking
if there's
about?
a door?
That
So
Blue
what if
Origin
there's a
thing?
door on the inside?
You did see that,
You
correct?
understand that if you
Did you not see that?
you understand that if you
Did you
went up
not
100
see
kilometers
that
and the
door
air
get
pressure
open?
on the inside,
Swalla, I
what?
asked you a question.
Yes, I did.
That door
I
can
did.
only be opened from the outside. Jeff Bezos had a
That's
special
obviously
tool
not
to
true.
open that door, and they opened
It
it
is
before he
true.
used his tool.
That's obviously not true. There's a
What do you mean
there's
that's
a latch on the
obviously not true?
inside.
Did you not see it with the
Or
rest
there's
of
a
the
latch
world?
on the inside. Is there
Are you
not?
denying that happened on
Is
film?
there a latch on the inside?
So
There
what do
is
you
no
need a
way
tool
to
to
open
the
those
door for?
doors.
Why would there be a latch on the fucking inside? It's a pressurized thing. Real quick, why do birds
Did you know
fly?
the direction of pressure?
Dude,
Why
what are you
do
doing
birds
here,
fly
Swalla? They
if
needed a
there's
special tool.
density?
Rissa, hold on real quick. Swalla, they needed a special tool to open the door, and it had to be done from the outside. That's why Jeff Bezos had that ridiculous thing to open up the door. Do you not acknowledge
Do you want to
that?
know why he had a tool?
What?
Do you know why he had a tool?
Do I know why what?
Why did he have a tool?
To open the door, presumably.
the door.
But they opened it
The
before he
reason
got
why
there,
he
and
had
they
a
had to tell
tool.
them women to shut the door. They weren't supposed to open it yet.
Yeah, I get that. I get that they open up the door early, but the reason why Jeff Bezos had a tool is because on the outside it's flush. There's just a small hole for him to stick it like some sort of like
They had the
wrench
door open,
into it.
bro.
Yeah, I know. You've got to you've got to find.
door
You've got to
was
look on the video.
open.
There is a latch on the
Their
inside,
door
so there's no
was
problem there.
open. How much?
Yeah, there's a
They
latch on
opened
the
up the
inside.
door and said, "Oh shit, we got to close it so Jeff Bezos can
And
open it up, so we can open it up fully." Is that what you're going with here,
so
Swalla? They opened
so
up the door.
so I
What do
know
you
that
mean,
they've got a latch
so?
on the inside.
It needs a
So
special tool to open the
they
door.
So if
closed it
they have a
because
latch on the inside so
Bezos
that they
wants a
can
photo opportunity. You know that.
Dude,
have a
he
latch
has
on
a
the
special
inside,
tool to
they don't
open the
need a tool
door.
to open the door.
But there's no latch on the outside.
Oh my god, dude. Are you real?
There's only a
Are you
hole for him to
retarded?
put his tool
Dude,
into.
when I
No,
told you atheists are fundamentally
there is a
retarded,
latch on the
this is
inside
what
and
I'm
a
talking
hole on the
about.
outside. That's
They're
why he
not,
needs a
they
tool.
had to
You
close the
understand?
door. Why did they close the door, bro? They opened it and closed it.
Photo opportunities.
What photo
Fucking hell, photo
opportunities?
opportunities.
What was
Because
the
Jeff
photo
wants to be the one opening it.
Are you, dude?
Because Jeff wants to be the one
Dude,
opening it,
This
dude.
just proves how
you are just
fucking
going, you are
brainwashed he
the
is.
Which
biggest
direction is
dumb
the
guy
pressure
ever.
going?
There is literally no
Brian,
end.
which direction is the pressure
There's
going?
no end to the excuses you'll make.
No,
Yeah,
you'll find the latch on the
because
inside
anybody
and a
else
hole
in the
on the
how
world
outside.
brainwashed
doing
He
you
needs
are.
a tool for
anything,
the hole on the
if the
outside. There's
people
no
on the
excuses.
inside can open the goddamn door,
Can I just
then you fucking
say
let them
something?
Which
open the door.
direction is
You
the
don't make
pressure?
special tools to
With
do it.
past astronaut, like these so-called astronauts, with all the past landings coming back to Earth they've done, when has any astronaut opened the door themselves, or does someone come along and open that door to let them out?
Never.
On every
They need a
past one, that's where you
special
go
tool
from.
to
So if we
open the
look at the
door.
past ones of these fake, coming back down, they don't let themselves out. They have to be let out of it. Even in the bloody films,
Most of them are
And they
seatbelted
all
so
land
tight they
in
can't get
water.
themselves out.
They all land in water, guys. Why did this one land on the land? Come on.
Well, that's just Blue
Because it had a
Origin.
big
That's
proof of air and they had special seats and stuff to take the G-forces and blah, blah, blah. Dude, they had a special tool to open the door because the door needed to be opened from the outside. They opened the
wrong.
door early.
No, you needed the tool
They
because it's
said
flush
this,
on the
bro.
outside.
They
Brian,
said this. They
Brian,
said
fucking
this.
listen.
They said they
Brian,
needed the special tool to
Brian,
open the door.
it's flush on the
They
outside.
could
There's
not
no
open the
handle on the
door
outside.
until Jeff
Brian,
Bezos used the tool. They opened
yeah,
it
because it's flush
before
on the
they
outside.
opened the
Brian,
door before he used his tool to open the door that the door needed to open. Do you understand that? The door could not be
do
opened
you
until he used
understand
that
that it's
tool.
flush on the outside? There's
Bro,
no handle on the outside.
you need to acknowledge this, man. This is coming from them. All right? They needed this tool to open the door. This isn't me trying to say anything else. Jeff Bezos and his team with this rocket said this door needed this tool to open the door. It could not be opened from the inside. They needed the tool. They opened up the door before he used the tool. You need to acknowledge this. And if you can't, you need to go back and watch the footing and go get some information on this rocket. They needed this tool. They weren't supposed to open the door. This is why everybody's calling it fake. Even Globies are calling it fake. My goodness, dude.
Brian, you got a lot of trouble listening.
No, you have a lot of
Yes, they've got a
trouble
latch on the inside. It's flush on the outside, which is why they need the tool. You can open it both sides. Which direction is the
No, you can't open it from both sides. You need the tool to open the door. Can you grab it from both sides? Yes, but you need to open it with the tool first. The tool needs to be there and open the door. Then they can pull the door open. They pulled the door open before he used the tool. Do you see the problem now?
I didn't realize you worked at Blue Origin. Do you
Oh my God,
know all
what
the
are you
specs
doing
on this
right now,
thing?
bro?
Well,
What
you're
are you
muting me
doing
like
right
crazy
now?
for starters, but I mean, I just told you there's a latch on the
There
inside.
is
Why
not.
can't you accept that?
There is not.
There
There
is.
is not. There
There
is not.
is.
There
I
is
need
not.
some way to be
You
able to
can
mute
say there
you
is all
because
you
which
want.
direction is the pressure?
You can say there is all they want.
Answer me.
Dude, if you can't acknowledge this, you need to go watch their own fucking shit, dude. Seriously, you are literally saying nuh-uh. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, Risa.
Well, there was some kind of latch thing on the inside after everybody started calling them out. I did see some sort of video showing that there was a latch thing, but they have to be rescued. They cannot open that door, period. And that's what happened. Let Peter talk because he
Yes,
had
if
his
I
hand
may,
up and it hurt.
if I may,
Shut up,
please.
Which
Valhalla.
direction is the pressure?
Please, hey, please. It's my turn, please. Mr. Aussie Man, please. Do you know who Gus Grissom is?
Isn't that a writer?
Mr. Aussie. Gus
No.
Grissom is an astronaut.
Isn't it?
He actually
He
died.
died.
He burned to death on the launching pad. When Gus Grissom came back from one of the missions, he panicked when they splashed down, and he used exploding bolts, and he actually blew the door open, and allegedly it sank the capsule. So because of that, they said we cannot allow the astronauts to open these hatches on their own from the inside. Now, even if there was a handle, I mean, because this is a while back that Gus Grissom did this, the fact is what you're not getting, Mr. Ozzy, as Brian is telling you, is that even if there is a handle on the inside, they are telling us that the door can't be opened unless that special tool is used first. Now, if you don't get it yet, man, you're just playing stupid, and you shouldn't be feigning ignorance at this stage of your life, sir.
I thought this was in the middle of Texas, not in the ocean. So that is a pointless comment.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, you've got to
It
be
was in the
kidding,
middle
punk.
of Texas, in a desert.
You've got to be
They
kidding.
don't
That's got
need to
nothing
worry
do
about
with
it
the
He was giving you
drowning.
an example of why they got the
whether it
doors
touched
the way
down
they
on
do,
land or
dude.
water is not the issue here, punk.
That's why the doors
Stop
are the way
feigning
they
ignorance.
are, is because of that incident.
Yeah, but why does Blue Origin need to comply to that?
I didn't mean to mute you there,
Stupid,
but it
disingenuous
doesn't
questions.
matter.
You're
They
full
didn't
of
have to.
ignorance.
the way
Dude, it's the way it is. There was no rules. They didn't have to comply. It's the way it is. That's what they said it was. They needed that tool to open the door so they can open the door. They couldn't open that door without that tool. Otherwise, if they go up there in zero pressure, it might have blown in and they all get sucked up and everybody's space dust. Okay?
dude.
They didn't want the door to
Risa
open.
literally just said before there was a latch on the inside. So
No, I did
come
not.
on. You're struggling
No,
to
I
listen.
did not. I said they
Okay,
were able to open
in
the
commercial
door once the
airlines,
tool was
do
used.
airplane companies
My
have to apply to
goodness.
the same rules when building their airplanes? Do the same rules apply?
Once again, it doesn't
So
really
it would
matter
have to
whether
be the
there's a
same in
handle on
space,
the
would it not,
inside or
when they're
not.
building these things?
I'm pretty sure the aeroplane doors lock from the
Yes, well,
inside
I'm
and they
giving
push
you as an
out.
example. You have
Wait a
different
minute.
aerosplane companies that build
They swing in
aeroplanes,
and then they push out.
right? But they
No, they
have to
don't
apply
swing
to
Because
the
it's
in
same
positive pressure.
and they
strict
are
Because it's
open from the
positive
mechanical
pressure
outside.
in
rules
the
when
cabin,
building these
pushing
planes.
out.
So,
Well, I wouldn't think Blue Origin would actually have to
well, they would
comply to
have to
aeroplane
comply to
rules.
the
No,
same rules as
but the
any other
theory,
Doesn't
company
matter
building
what you think they
spacecraft.
did or not,
Same way as
Swalla.
planes
Doesn't
have to
matter.
apply
but
to the same
they didn't build
rules.
an airplane.
They said,
Honestly.
Swalla,
They didn't build an airplane. Though.
Swalla.
What?
Doesn't matter what you think they needed to comply to or if there was a completion that they needed to. Doesn't really matter. All right? They said they could not open that door until that tool was used. They said it. Blue Origin
Can you find
said
that
it.
quote for me?
Blue Origin
Find
said
that
it.
quote for me.
You can go look it for yourself, dude.
Now, how about you find
No,
it
how
for me?
about you go look
Seeing
at
that
it,
you
dude?
claim it,
They said it. This
you
is
claim
what
it.
look, dude. You obviously don't have the ability to do anything. Everybody here is telling you way it
No,
went
you.
down.
I
Again,
do. You're
why
just
is
not
it
listening
that you just want to keep over talking me? You've been told the
because
way
you're talking shit.
again. All
Because
you
you
do
talk
is
shit all day
fucking
long,
want to
Brian.
interrupt people.
You talk
You're a
shit all day long,
fucking
Brian.
idiot, bro. This is all you do is wreak havoc on
All you do
spaces.
is talk shit.
No, all you do is talk shit. All right. You have
So
given the
listen,
information. You have been given the information. All right. And I didn't mute you that time. I think that was Ken. All right. Blue Origin said they needed that tool. That's why they had the tool. There's no other reason to have the tool if they had already opened the door. Then they closed it. Then he walked up to the door and used the tool. That's really stupid. It's on tape. It's on film. It's on the internet. It's not even hard to find. All you got to do
Trust
is
me, I've
actually
seen it.
watch it.
I've seen it.
Then what are you arguing here?
I have seen it.
Then you saw it happen.
Yeah, but you gotta tell me why it only opens
All you
outside.
got is your butts. I got it. You're your butter. You're an idiot, dude. Fundamentally
I
retarded.
saw it,
Atheist.
but there's a latch on the
Atheist,
inside.
folks. This is
so
what
so
you get from
listen.
atheism. You can't
So
even fucking
listen.
The
look at the
Listen.
pressure
own
Listen.
fucking
in
facts.
Listen.
this chamber
Listen, Linda.
pushes outwards.
Mute everybody. Listen.
So even
Listen.
if the
Swala.
ladies pull the hat,
You there, Ken?
mate, you just keep unmuting me. You just keep
Yeah,
muting me.
I muted, and I meant
I
to
know you're getting
say
sick of me,
one
Ken.
at a time, please, but I didn't turn my mic on. I'm
The
tired of
the air
3 and 4
pressure.
people running their mouth at one fucking time. If you really, really, really disagree with what somebody says, great. Let them finish saying it and then disagree with them.
Okay, Brian, I'll be really quiet. I'll be very, very, very timid, right?
No.
The air pressure of this actual pod, right, pushes out when it's up really, really high, which means that even if the ladies pull the latch on the inside of the door, it would never open because they'd have to be like Buddy the Hulk to pull that door open because the pressure would be too fucking strong. So the latch is not a safety concern from the inside.
What's up, Rissa?
So there is a latch on the inside, correct, Swallow?
Yes.
Okay, let's stop right there. So we have a latch in the inside. Now, is there a tool that needs to be used before the people on the inside can use that latch to open the door?
As far as I know, I don't think so.
You did
My
see, hold on. You did see Jeff Bezos climb a ladder with a big bar there and put it in that door, and then it opened, correct?
I did.
What do you think that was for?
That was his handle.
It's used to unlock the latch.
I was
Since the
there to
latch is gonna
unlock
be
the
used.
door so they could open the
friend.
door from the inside. But they opened the
It was
door.
his
They
handle.
opened the door before Jeff Bezos went up there and did his little magical "I unlocked the door for you, ladies."
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Right.
So if
You
they
know,
had
no,
opened the
The
door before
tool is his handle.
Swalla, stop. They opened the door before Jeff Bezos used his magical stick, right?
Yeah, geez, you keep on going on about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
Yeah,
part.
cool.
This is the part that's in contention. This is why we're going to stick right here. This is why we keep going here. They opened the door before Jeff Bezos could unlock the door so they could open the door.
What makes you think that the Jeff Bezos handle had a lock? It actually contributed
They
to the lock.
said so.
Okay, well, you got to find me that quote.
No, you're the one arguing the point, so the burden
My
of
goodness.
proof is on you.
So I have to dig through like tens of hours
No,
to
you
find a
don't have
quote
to
that
dig through
Brian would
tens
be
of
able to
hours.
find.
It's like literally just a couple clips. I'm
Go
not
to
going to sit
YouTube.
there. Look, bro.
Ready? May I, Brian?
Right
Brian,
now,
it's
you're
simple.
just being myopic. Hey, Carmine, I appreciate it. Meet to Mike. Right now, you're being myopic, dude. You're being stupid. All right? It's out there. You obviously watched it because you saw it all happen. So for you to say that you didn't hear them say that they needed this tool to open up the door, I don't believe you. All right? I do not believe you one little bit. I think you're
So
fucking.
what you
I
just said
think you're
just
a
then
fucking lying piece of shit right now. And all you're doing is
is fuck
trying
off,
to
Brian.
fucking be
What
an
you just
asshole.
said is,
No, all
is
you're doing is saying, I
Jeff
want to.
needs a
No,
handle to
no,
open the
fuck you.
door.
Don't overtalk me. I'm speaking right now. I'm calling you out as the fucking liar you are. If you watch that door get open, then you watch Jeff Bezos get up there, you heard them say that they needed that to unlock the fucking door. And I got to go give you this clip again? Go screw yourself, Swalla. I don't know what you and your bat squatch think you're doing, but if this is the best game you got, you're pathetic. All right? Knock it off. Seriously, this is weak. Go ahead, Risa.
I love you, bro.
All right. So listen, as I remember, and I've flown on many planes, the door actually opens out and it's opened from the outside. So if you listen to this, it says, yes, it is possible to open the doors of a plane from the inside after it has landed and is on the ground. However, the process is not as simple as just pulling the handle. The doors on commercial aircraft are typically plug doors that require a specific sequence of operations to open. As you said, Australian man, that's what we're calling you. You said the door opens inwards. Okay.
And you know
And
what?
then there's a whole sequence of why the planes open the way they do. So if the planes do that, so do fucking rockets.
And seeing as how you needed somebody to hand feed you all the information, TM posted it and tagged you in it as well. So you can go back and watch the footage. It's ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. You're denying stuff it's literally on all over the internet. And you act like it's so hard to find. Like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You're a dishonest fool. What's up,
Feigning
KJ?
ignorance. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why wasn't the ambulance there when that door opened first? They closed the door again. The ambulance people should have been the first people there to check on these high-ranking celebrities.
Good point. You know what's worse?
And it landed on the ground, not in the water. Everyone lands in the water. Tell me why this one was different. Please tell me why. Why did it land on the ground and not in the water? And why wasn't there burn marks all over it like every other rocket that lands in the water? Please tell me that.
It's a question to me, sir. So is that a question to me?
Who do you
I
think?
guess it'd be
Yeah,
a
it's a
question to
question to
anybody
you.
that can
You're the only
answer
one
it.
arguing.
Okay, so your first question was why did it land in the desert?
Yeah, why?
On land
Tell me why.
specifically.
Well, it
When
took off.
everyone else landed in water.
Okay, so Blue Origin takes off from a particular location in Texas, and it lands within a gunshot range of basically where that is. I don't know if they are 20 kilometers away, but you know they rise up and land in Texas, so they're nowhere near the water. That's question number one
Dude,
done.
have you heard of the
And your
Gulf of
second question?
America? What do you mean Texas? No,
Sorry?
Texas is nowhere near water. It's Gulf of America, man. Come on.
Where's the takeoff location? I think it's actually somewhere closer to
It doesn't
somewhere
matter
closer
where
to
they
like New
took off. You
Mexico.
said Texas is nowhere near water. They got the Gulf of America.
I didn't say that. I
You
said
said
that the
Texas was
place they
nowhere near
launched
water.
from. I know that Texas has water. I know that, but the takeoff location was nowhere near water.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Yes, it's got everything to do with it.
Well,
No,
I
'cause they
mean,
could bring
you
this thing down wherever they want, water
not
or
only
land.
the
Are you kidding,
takeoff,
man?
but you also
You're
plan
being,
the
you're
return.
really being. You're a bad actor, man.
The location they did was at Van Horn.
You're a bad actor, man. You can't feign ignorance at this level. Man.
Van Horn. Let me just check the distance from Van Horn to the ocean.
Or to Uranus.
I'll measure the distance right now.
Really?
Right down to Corpus Christi.
It's coming down from
Measure
space,
distance.
man. It's coming down from space.
They took off of Van Horn.
It doesn't matter where they take off from, man. They can land wherever they want, water or land.
Yes, it does.
What part don't you get, Turkey?
It makes all the difference as to why.
No, it doesn't.
They are 500 miles away from Corpus Christi.
So that's nothing.
In Texas.
Yeah, that's not that far, bro.
They can
it's
go
not that
they can
far.
land on the water.
Well, yeah, it's not that far, but the rocket went straight up and straight back down. Why is it going to go 800 miles?
It could go land
500
because
miles
it's
to the rock.
safer
Do
to
you know what
land in the
ballistics
water,
are?
man.
Do you know what ballistics are? Do you know
Not for this one.
It's safer
Do you know
to land
anything
in the
about
water.
ballistics? Do you know anything about ballistics?
This one's designed to land back in the same location as where it took off from.
Why must it be so?
How they designed it.
Oh yeah, right. Pull that one out of your arse again. Come on, you really absolutely.
Because it's got jets underneath it. That's how they designed it. They didn't design it to go 500 miles to the east.
So what are you saying?
It's not how it's designed.
Are you saying then they deliberately wanted?
It takes off at Van Horn. It lands at Van Horn.
Tell you what. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say, okay, they deliberately wanted to put it on land. That's by design. Why is the question? Are we supposed to be more impressed by that?
No, do you think Jeff Bezos wants to get in his Rivian buddy electric vehicles and drive 500 miles to catch them in the ocean? No, he wants to drive out there and then unlock it with his tools, doesn't he? So he wants to drive 50 kilometers.
They could have done it aboard a U.S. frigate.
But what? And go out on a boat?
Why not?
Jump out in some sort of rubber boat and go out there and get them.
I didn't say rubber
Why?
boat. Why don't you get the rubber out of your arse? I didn't say rubber boat.
Well, yeah, but if he goes out in a Navy ship, then you have to go into a smaller
back
boat.
on the launch pad.
Yeah, like
what is so intrinsically hard about
flying cigar?
Taking a boat? What is so difficult about taking a boat out in the water? If you're launching a fucking rocket up in 63 miles up in the air, that is much more difficult than taking a boat out in the water.
I know, right?
Yeah, but
It's not like he's
like
short on
you
cash.
see the water is very dangerous as well. You can sink that fucking thing.
This thing is coming from space, man, coming down at 9.8 meters per second squared, hitting terminal velocity. Going to be slowed down by a poof of air and a bunch of balloons or parachutes there, and they got these seats in there to, keep from slamming onto the ground so hard. Dude, it's all ridiculous, man. It would be safer to land.
Why?
It would be
That's just
safer to
fucking
land in the
engineering.
ocean. The ocean isn't a solid.
Don't you trust your engineers?
I
You're
thought the whole
ridiculous.
reason they landed in the fucking water is because it's safe.
Anyway, you asked me a question. Why did it land in the desert? It landed in the desert because it went off at Van Horn. It landed at Van Horn. Can we move on?
Yeah, I've been
Yes?
looking at
Can we move on?
I've been looking at Google Earth. I really do want you to model that out. I want the
No,
moon
actually,
zenith to Arizona because I looked at it on a globe, and I mean it's Arizona is like diametrically opposed to Australia on a ball. If that moon
It's not
is
really.
zenith, if
it
that
really
moon
is.
is zenith to Australia, there's no fucking way you see it from Australia or Arizona. No
Right.
way.
The moon, but Australia is like 1/3 of the way around. Not
It's not
exactly
1/3.
the opposite.
It's literally you can't even see the west coast of I can take the west coast of America and make it go out of sight and I still can't see Australia. I have to turn it around. It's like diametrically opposed on
You're
a
on the other
ball.
side of the ball, baby. You're on the other side of the ball.
Matter of fact, if you have Google Earth on your phone, you can pull up Google Earth and you can rotate it right out. You can rotate the entire United States out of sight and still not see Australia. You have to keep rotating it. It is literally diametrically opposed. I mean, the only difference is that Arizona's north. It's like 30 degrees north, and Australia's 20 degrees south. Otherwise,
Well, the
they're
north and south
exact
direction doesn't
opposite.
matter.
And if that moon is zenith to Australia, there's no way. There's no way you're seeing it from the United States. You're not going to see it from North America, anywhere in North America. There's no way. You can't see it.
Can I address Rissa's other question?
I thought you
Sure.
wanted to move on. I have another question for you though, real quick.
Oh,
If you're an atheist, why do you like Peter? Because he believes in God.
well, that's his prerogative. That's fine.
Okay, but why are you sticking up for a man that believes in God? You're an atheist. That's going against
Like I said, it's
your
his prerogative.
religion.
Don't you find it weird that both you and Peter there both believe in the Big Bang?
Because they're inverted bookends.
Are you saying that I believe in Big Bang?
Yeah, you do.
Well, I haven't actually said what I actually believe from the start of creation. No.
You
You
said you're an
believe-
So what
atheist.
do you believe in?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean I need to actually apply myself to the Big Bang.
No, you're just double-minded like Peter. That's your problem. Both you and Peter are
I'm
double-minded.
gonna make up some magical. So, what's your magical universe that you're not going with? So, you're not going with creation or science.
I don't
So
know.
you're
I don't have
creation
a
You
decision.
deny creation and you deny your science. So, what do you believe in?
I don't
Your
have.
science says
I don't have.
science says it comes from a Big Bang.
I'm undecided. How about that? Am I not permitted to be undecided?
You're still an atheist, man.
Yeah, but I can be undecided about the Big Bang.
You can't be.
Why not? Why not?
Because now you're just making shit up. If you want
No.
to say, hey, I just want to make my own
No.
shit up, and you don't want to believe in creation or science, you should say that.
No, but I mean, you're trying to pigeonhole me. You're trying to say atheists have to believe this.
Because no matter what, dude, no matter what, whatever you want to believe, creation comes with a creator, and your science is a Big Bang. That's it. You don't if you decide you don't want to go with either one of those, you're going with Plan C, and that's your own fucking hippie bullshit.
But Big Bang is a theory.
About fucking other dimensions and floating outside your body and all this other crap. You know,
Big Bang's a theory, though. I don't have to apply.
That's your science, bro. That's where you come from.
But it's a theory. I don't have to apply it to myself
that
at all.
space bullshit. That's where it came from, a Big Bang.
Okay, so if you're okay, here you go. So if you're a flat earther, do you have to believe in